Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Saggies out there. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic as we move towards the new year with some optimism, right? Let's get it going, my guys. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy in early January 2024. And as you all can see, I have not undecorated yet. I'm still kind of in the Christmas vibe. It's okay though, right? I was saying it in the Leo reading. I'm the type of person I like to keep the decorations up for quite a while. Let's get it going here. Okay, beautiful. A nice aesthetic type of energy we have going on here, my friends. Now, this could be really good, or it could just be somebody that doesn't want any problems, right? Someone that's trying to stay out of your, stay out of your bad side. It's good though, because it's very beautiful and confident in the same way. And I got a similar thing in the Aries reading. Now, before we really dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. This one doesn't come out often. And in recent weeks, I've been seeing it in other zodiac signs. We have this woman, she is in the midst of all these birds, these storks. I don't think they're geese. I'm not sure what type of breed of bird they are, but notice that she is blending in with them. The first thing I always think is that this is a beautiful piece of imagery. So I think of aesthetics, I think of beauty. For a lot of Saggies in this time, you might be paying attention to your looks, right? You might be possibly changing your wardrobe, or, you know, changing the way your body is in some way. Just something about your appearance or your look is showing up here when we have this card, which could be a very good thing. For another portion of you, it's very confident as well, very similar to the Queen of Wands. But a big thing I always say about this card, if we're not looking at aesthetics and looks, is that this woman is trying to blend in with the crowd, right? Purposely. So when I see this energy showing up in a reading, it tells me that, one, maybe you might be in that mode where it's like, okay, I don't want to deal with nobody's drama. I'm just going to be over here. Or that could be somebody that might not want issues or problems with you. They're trying to stay on your good side. That's the vibe, right? It doesn't feel like someone avoiding you or hiding from you. It's more like, I don't want problems. So we're just going to put that down right there. Let's get you some tarot cards now. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So let's see what's happening with the lovely Saggies here. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was interesting. And the big focus around your reading last week was communication. The reading was titled An Important Talk. So whether it was somebody wanting to have a chat with you or you wanting to have a chat with somebody else, there was an importance or a seriousness to it. So remember, that energy could still bleed over into the next week or two even, that there might be an importance around communication for a lot of you, conversations and such. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So when we take this out, it hits for you, because we might be seeing your vibe. We might be seeing somebody else's, right? You know how tarot goes. Let's get 3 cards out here. What's up with my Saggies, please? What's going on with my friends? Okay, card number 1, Magician, creating. A lot of manifesting, a lot of creating here. I love this card. It could sometimes represent control. Okay, very spiritual as well. I like the Magician here to lead us off. Let's get a couple more, and we'll really start to build this story out. What's happening? There's a universal energy there. Okay, and this is something I've been seeing for you in recent weeks as well. We have the Ace of Cups. Lovely. Okay, let's get one more, and we'll really start to talk about this. Energy of offers, right? And once again, that's something I've been seeing with the other signs. Okay, now we have some karmic energy here on the back end. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Somebody waiting on something. Okay, somebody waiting, whether patiently or impatiently. So we have a few different things happening here, Saggy. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here. Elementally, we're looking pretty good. We have water, we have earth. When those mix, generally it represents possibilities and good things coming in. We also have this powerful energy of manifesting, creating spirituality. So this is skewing to the positive so far. Now remember, every card has positive and challenge, but so far what I'm getting from this feels positive, at least in the long run. So let's break it down piece by piece and build this story out. Position number 1, we have the Magician. Lovely. So whenever this card shows up, first and foremost, I always think of manifesting and creating. A lot of you might be purposely manifesting in this time. Some of you might be doing it subconsciously, right? Bringing things towards you, whether it's people, whether it's situations. This is somebody trying to create their future. Okay, I really like this card. When the Magician shows up, he's similar to the High Priestess in that it could speak about ritual. It could speak about spirituality. You might have an extra thirst for spiritual topics and the unknown, which is a really cool thing to take a look at with this card. But another aspect, aside from being an energy channel as well, so you might be extra sensitive to energies, is the Magician is the master of all the elements. So there's an energy of control here. Whether it's for good, bad, or indifferent, there's some aspect of control. So whether you're trying to control yourself, control a situation, a problem, a good thing, we'll just have to see as we move through. Because, you know, when it comes to control, sometimes it could be good, but sometimes it could also be a challenge, especially if there's somebody trying to control you and your ways. Moving to the center, beautiful chef's kiss type of energy. We have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. One of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. A big energy of emotion, right? In my simplistic style, when we clarify it, it could just tell us what you might be feeling, or how somebody you're connected to might be feeling. All aces are opportunities. All aces are offers, okay? Especially that of the emotional or even connection kind. All right, it doesn't always have to be romantic, but people that you were emotionally tied to and connected. So when I see the Ace of Cups, I do think of offers and opportunities. So that could be really, really good. But as I always say, when any ace shows up, if you don't want the opportunity, if you don't want the offer, sometimes they can wither on the vine, right? It's a limited time only type of energy. So we'll see what it's about. It's a big energy of love. It's a big card of love and emotional tie. So I really like it. And it could be something really nice. So I'm pretty excited about the Ace of Cups here, especially right next to this Magician, because to me, it's like somebody really manifesting happiness and stability, especially as we move over to this last card, the Seven of Pentacles. You see that person, they're waiting for their harvest. Now, this card does have connections to nature, okay? So whether you're wanting to get some time in nature to refresh yourself and pull in some of that good energy, it could be somebody waiting. So if not you, there might be someone you're connected to that's waiting patiently or impatiently when this card shows up. It's, yeah, somebody in a holding pattern, okay? When I see the Seven of Pentacles, I always say it's one of my biggest karmic cards out there. It's about reaping what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. So if you're planting good seeds, if you're planting good opportunities, you'll receive them back. But sometimes this could represent tests, right? Like spirit testing you, or just karmic archetypes in general. And the clarifier for it is going to be extra, extra important. Now, one thing I will say is for some of you, like with the manifesting of the Magician and the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, I do see a lot of you like purposely putting things out there, right? And if you're not doing that, Spirit could be telling you like, listen, put it out there, what you want. Like, yes, work for it, meet the universe halfway, but you need to place your order with the universe. But interesting, we have several different things. It could all be one thing. I want to dive deeper, so let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Saggies, guides, and spirit team. Let's see what's happening for my friends. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader and their interpretation. Now I'm just giving you mine. So let's go in on that Magician. And yes, if you're a reader as well, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Saggy, you drop it right down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right. Why is that Magician in the mix here, please? Okay, yeah, the deck is being specific now. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is somebody that's really trying to change something in a very big way. Now, it could be you, it could be somebody else, that's for sure. But when I see that type of energy, the Four of Pentacles is generally a card of being clamped down, something that is restricted in a way. And when I see it in reverse, it's somebody opening something up or wanting to open it up. You see this person, they're clasped onto the pentacles. So when I see it in reverse, it's like, okay, something needs to change. I need to change this, like, in a very big way. Okay, so there might, and I saw this in the Aries reading as well, that there could be certain things, whether they're behaviors, whether they're patterns, or whatever it might be that you know needs to change for the betterment of yourself and the people around you. But once again, this is energy freeing up. So if you're not manifesting, just know for the Sagittarians in this time, your powers of creation, your powers of manifestation are heightened to the max here. This is telling me that this energy is free flowing, free going. It's really nice. So really step into this because it almost feels magnetic here. And we'll see how it plays throughout the rest, whether it's people or things that are moving towards you. I just feel like the cork is being popped off the energy in a very positive way. So we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest. I don't want to yet say that it's a winner or victory, but let's keep it moving. We're going to see what's happening with that Ace of Cups. And yeah, I really want to get over to that Seven of Pentacles as well. But this energy is freeing up. Just know that. Like the energy is malleable. So let's go in on that Ace of Cups. Why is it here? Why is that Ace of Cups here? Thank you. Beautiful. I mean, we have the King of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Ace of Cups. So more earth. We have a lot of earth here, Saggy. So one thing I will say, there's a big focus around material abundance for a lot of you. If you're connected to an earth sign, to a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, they could be represented here with the King of Pentacles. In upright, it's abundance. Like, it's beautiful, it's stable, it's a card of blessings, it's good things coming in. So for a lot of you, yeah, there could be somebody that's making you like a surprising offer or a really, really good one. Okay, like there could be an offer coming in for a lot of Saggies that you find extremely tempting. It's like, oh, I don't know how I could say no to that one. That's like a vibe I'm picking up here. But for another portion of you, this abundance, these blessings, they're coming in a very, very huge way. So for some of you, there could be massive blessings about to pour in because all this restriction that I was feeling here on the front end freeing up, when we move into this with the Ace of Cups, it's just absolutely beautiful. Right? There's so much potential. Now, we still have to see what's going on with the Seven of Pentacles, but I just love it. So once again, for a lot of you, yeah, there could be a surprising offer coming in where it's very, very tempting to you. Just know that. It's like, all right, how could I say no to that? It's giving me that vibe. Or, once again, the blessings, the abundance coming in a massive, massive way. This energy is looking very good, Sagittarius. Let's keep moving over to the Seven of Pentacles, see what's happening with that. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. I'm loving what I'm feeling so far. So let's see what's happening with that Seven of Pentacles. Lots of earth. So for a lot of you, the earthly abundance, like work things, money things, family things, all the material is looking good. So let's see what's up. We'll end this off nice. Thank you. Okay. Interesting. So we have the Two of Swords, a card of mystery, the unexpected, the unknown. For a portion of you, I will say this, even with like all this really good energy in the front end, what I'm seeing here on the back end, there could have been certain situations or things where you may feel like, all right, that had so much potential, or that started off so well. Like, why am I stuck here waiting now? It's giving me that type of vibe. Like, all right, everything was going good. Everything was on track. Everything was moving right. Why am I stuck here waiting now? Like, what's going on? Another thing I'm picking up here, if that doesn't hit, remember, only take it if it hits. With the Two of Swords, sometimes it represents confusion. So there might be someone you're connected to where they're feeling a little confused about what they want to do, where they want to go, whether it's about making a choice or a decision. But another thing I'm picking up here is that karmic energy coming in. All right, now for some of you, that could be good, claimable energy that you could be moving into a beautiful new karmic cycle of life, starting some sort of big new journey. But for some of you, yeah, I don't want to say it's problematic on the back end, but it's like there's a little confusion there. So I feel like this could be your energy. That could be someone else's where it's like waiting. Like, all right, what's going on here? Why am I still waiting? This is the energy. Why am I still waiting around? So let's go through and do a quick recap here. Okay, because it's very hot and cold when we switch to the back end. So let's go through and do the recap before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, Saggy, position number one, we start off in a beautiful way because we have the Magician with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This energy freeing up. So for a lot of you, your powers of manifesting and creating are heightened to the max. put out into the universe what you want and make action towards it, because the energy is there to really succeed in various different things, specifically material. Moving to the center, we have the Ace of Cups with the King of Pentacles in the upright. If you're not connected to an earth sign, this to me, yeah, there could be a surprising offer coming in that is very tempting to a lot of you. It's like, okay, how can I say no to this? Or maybe you want to give someone an offer they can't refuse. That's a big possibility here. But once again, the energy of massive blessings coming in. I love this energy here in the center. However, we get to the back end, we get a little bit of a curveball. We have the Seven of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. Sure, some of you might be moving into a brand new karmic cycle of life, right? Some unknowns, like how things are going to go, how they're going to shake out. But it's like someone feels like something started off very well, but why am I waiting here forever? It's super hot and cold. So this energy on the back end, there could be some confusion or indecisiveness with somebody that you're connected to, where it's like waiting. Like, I'm not going to wait forever. It's kind of giving me that vibe. So please do what you will with that, Sagittarius. Please take a screenshot. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. I would say overall positive energy for the most part to start off 2024. So let's see what's going on with my lovely Saggies, please. What's in the shadows for my friends? And as you know, I always like to end off every reading with a shadow card. I feel like it's a nice thing to do, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. So let's see what's there for you. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel and support my mission. There's multiple tiers to choose from. Obviously, there's no pressure, but it really helps. So let's get you one shadow card here. What do we got for Saggy? Thank you. Hey, we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, with a tentacle beard showing up here in the shadows for you. So now we do have another callback to some emotion and feeling and love. This is a really, really nice card, even in the shadows. Now, for a portion of you, maybe you're just connected to a water sign or someone with strong water sign placements. The King of Cups is like creative. Once again, very similar to the abundance as well. I really like this King of Cups energy, obviously. That's why I fashioned my name after it. But whenever we see it in the shadows, it can speak about some strong emotional intensity or strong emotional connection. So for a portion of you, whether this is a person that you still have deep emotional ties and connections with, even if it's not in the physical, it could just be on the etheric. This King of Cups, there's a ton of love here. There's a ton of care as well. But when we see it as a shadow card, it could be a feeling that you're trying to suppress. Okay, or just a really deep ingrained emotion that you have within you. So Spirit is kind of really directing your attention to your inner self here. Like, yes, we had all that stuff happening within the main part of the reading itself, but when we look at the shadows and we have the King of Cups, there's so much love and care here that Spirit is asking you to really go within and connect with your inner voice and connect with yourself for one reason or another. Okay, because there is somebody's feeling in a very, very deep way. So that's an interesting way to end it. For some of you, yeah, it could even be a romantic thing, right? With the King of Cups. Like maybe some of you have recently gone through a tough romantic thing or are still holding on to that. So obviously not every Saggy, but that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the December subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced on New Year's Day, January 1st. But for the January subscriber surprise, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. Once again, it's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, in the year 2024, what is one of your biggest goals that you were shooting for? If you don't have one, maybe take a second to think about it. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of January, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.